Right, and there absolutely was a disconnect. I don't know exactly what happened. I was not alive during that time period, but something happened after the point of desegregation in the mid 60s when you started having that first generation of black people who benefited from desegregation, were able to go to expensive colleges and get fancy degrees and were able to make money. Something happened to sort of disconnect them from, like you said, poor black people. Like something, because as it always been told to me, during segregation, all the black people had to live in the same communities. Like if you were wealthy, whether you were broke, so black communities had a mixture of people in it. You had rich and poor people in the same neighborhood, right? Because they were all forced to live together. Now after segregation, a lot of the few black people who became wealthy, they left, and like you said, a lot of them did not come back. But there's something happened. There was something that had to happen to disconnect us in the 60s and 70s from each other. And it's funny. Like there's always the sort of belief that rich black men marry white women or non-black women, and now we're starting to see more famous and rich black women. Now that we're seeing more famous and rich black women, they're starting to marry white dudes as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of people love to harp on that, but I always say, look, if you're a rich black man, if you're a rich white man, you're around white people all day, okay? Everywhere you go is you're around rich white people, okay? Yep. And if you're a wealthy black person, you're around white people all day.
Yep.
So the colleges most of these athletes go to that are going to be predominantly white, like we talked about on this show. I thought Georgetown was the blackest university in America when I was a kid, because I saw John Thompson looking black and strong, and I saw those teams Georgetown had, and I was like, man, I want to go to Georgetown. They got to be the black power capital, and then it's in Washington, D.C. too. Oh, my God. I look up. Georgetown's only, I think I saw 5% black or something.
Really?
Yeah, it's a very non-black place. And same thing with Temple. I thought, because of Bill Cosby, because of John Chaney, because of their basketball teams, I thought, man, there's got to be Temple's got to be the black power capital. It's in Philly. I know, and Temple's like 90% white. These are not universities that have a lot of black people in them. So if you're a famous athlete, from the time you're in college, from the time you leave high school, you're at a college that's 90% white. When you get to the pros, virtually everywhere you go, all the rich neighborhoods you're going to live in are going to be full of white people, okay? Mm-hmm. All the people who can afford the club with you are going to be white people.
Yep, unless they're rappers.
Yeah, unless they're rappers.
Or other basketball players.
Exactly, and so that's how you get situations like Russell and Sierra. Russell, the quarterback. Russell.
Oh, yeah, Russell Williams.
Yeah, Russell Williams.
No, wait a minute. Russell
Wilson.
Wilson.
Russell Wilson and Sierra. That's how you get Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's how you end up with, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. You get those type of relationships because, there's some of those, they can actually deal with each other on each other's level. But a lot of black people, once you get out of the hood, I hate to put it like that, once you leave someplace like Gary or Detroit or Flint or south side of Chicago, man, you're gonna be one of a few black people everywhere you go from then on out. And so if you're trying to find a spouse, or even if you just, let's just say you just a young guy or a young gal playing the field, most of the people you're gonna be doing that with are gonna be white, because that's just who you're around on a daily basis.
That's them.
And so that only exacerbates, I think, the disconnect even more. We got to go to a break, but when we come back, we're gonna get into what can be done to rectify this situation. Please give us a call if you've got an opinion about that. Like I said, later on, we're going to talk about the shooting that happened at Westside's graduation in the upcoming hour. If you were there, if you know somebody was there, give us a call in the next hour. We'll be right back here on WLTH 1370 AM, the Region's Choice, the People's Voice. All right now. Y'all come back.